Hope it sounds fine, I guess. Well, channel is all about myself, but I not posting anything on consistent. But I'm not gonna post it. But I have to make videos consistently because I'm have a show. Like, what am I doing? And one time, like, I want to complete these tabs and the other tabs in the browser, Chrome browser as well. Then deeply focus on the fewer websites, and that's alone. Like, no matter what it is, right? I'm paying for it, so I get the power of payment, so I can actually focus on it, and be consistent with it. Because I'm paying, I gotta utilize it. The act of utilization. It's the only way I find it to make myself like I have so much. See, I got some like free books about some subjects as well, not pre-calculus, but like general, like linear algebra, calculus, differential equations, and other stuff, right? But probably like say probability and statistics. But like I have some like website actually. It just the list and everything has been created by the expertise on the subfield, like people who actually are practitioners. I should just go and do it, and it's actually more intuitive than this way. And I know for a fact. Then why still am I going with this? Because it's available for free. Somehow it's just my but I didn't have that access to internet back in the days, like so. God, it's too much information. I gotta delete a lot of stuff. So just focus on what's in front of me and just do it. Project. What's the project of this month? Nothing. Gotta do it, bro. Okay, let's try to solve this. But I wanna know, like, how to use Wolfram Alpha. So I need some Tor. Don't know good, but I just want to know the language. Algorithms and equations, computed presentation. Oh, interesting. Microsoft stock. Seems Wolfram Alpha easy computational language. The visualization is quite cool. Elementary math, algebra, probability, discrete math, all these topics, and they have examples by topic. So it's how I should be. You should be used the word solve, and that's how I gave here. But if I use solve, it's not doing anything. That's what I kind of like. There's nothing. I don't get it. Why is the natural language you give like this? So polynomial equations. It's not a polynomial. It's a linear equation. So okay, x plus y equals 10. Oh, you don't even have to give solve for linear equations, it seems. What? Yeah, it is true, but I want to find the value of x. It's 1, I know, but there is step-by-step solutions. Hint, add like terms 3 and 8x and 11x. I mean, yeah, but how am I supposed to know what the x is? Okay. Oh, solve for x. And it's going to give the value of x. Aha. I don't know the math language. But why the term like solve da 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 da, da for x. This is the input interpretation. Yes, correct. Maybe I should give solve. No, it's not giving me anything. Maxima, I guess. Maxima. It's using Lisp. What the heck kills Maxima? Package. Just get refreshed. I want to know a little bit of algebra before going to linear algebra and just get it out of it. Maybe you should use both maybe material simultaneously, but don't get distracted, but use it wisely. From Mathematica alternative. MATLAB, no. Too costly and too bloat. Python, yeah. There's a package specifically in Python. Maybe I should just launch my Jupyter notebook. Octave, no. Okay. Sage Math, yeah, that's what it's called. For some reason, my Brave browser sucks, bro. It's not working properly. Okay, now. But the graphic user interface such as WX Maxima. Oh. No. X Maxima, no. WX. Okay, now X Maxim. Oh, both exist. Let's install both. How to use Maxima to solve and find the value of x in a linear equation. Let's use the but let's just use this way, right? Come on, just finish it already. So wait, so suppose we first linear equation like this, which are defining the equation as a variable. Colon operator, for example. This is the equation 3 times x plus 5 equals 4. And solve for x. I get it. It's very intuitive. First takes a. It takes a variable. Okay, then use a solve function to solve x. Syntax for this function and takes an equation and a variable to solve it, which you want to solve in this case, right? Yeah, okay, fine. I like it. So EQ. Should we have a maybe 3 times x plus 8 times x equals 11 times x. Boom. Now I have to use no auto completion, solve EQ for x, right? I don't know. When you execute this code in Maxima, it will output the value of x, which is 3. No. So let's test this. Now solve EQ for x. Yeah, okay, the answer is 3, it's correct. So one thing I don't understand here is maybe I need some refresh in math again, right? I don't remember most of my math. What the heck is this factorization? Just usually like find the value of x for some reason. That's what we do. It's balanced one. But this is both sides a valid one, so you don't need to find x. X is 1. Wait, let's give this job to ChatGPT, right? Solve, yeah, 3x plus 8x equals 11x 4x. Combine terms like on the left side. It's true. Yeah, it is true. I know. For any value of x. Oh, that's what it means. Oh, now I get it. It says all means it's true case for all. Like x can be anything and still the statement is true. Oh, that makes sense because 11 times 2, 22. If x is 2. Okay, now I get it. So that's why this terms. So what does this kind of equation called? Just true for any value of x since both sides are equal. That's the problem with maths which I have been taught in school. Just find x. You don't even try to make sense of the equation. This equation in left hand side and right hand side is both it's equal. It's what do you call it? Yeah, it's equal. So does like no matter what the x is, it's true for all x. That's what it means. True for all x. So what the true means is, just get it in your head. True for all x means it's going to be true on the equal statement. In the sense it's the equality is going to be true for whatever value you're going to put for x. For there are infinitely many more solutions. Yeah, to this equation. So it's not just x. So this is kind of how I wanted to learn what this kind of equation is called. Yeah, linear equation in one variable. But in this case, an equation with addition to its linear equations. Okay, now what's the between? Let's create another equation, right? Just intuitively doing these things, but there's a deep meaning behind it, right? Between 3x plus 2x equal to 25 and 3x plus 8x equals 11x. The difference between is also a linear given one variable and can be simplified as follows. This is the kind of thing I want in as books. The questions and answer, right? Just make it sense. You don't need big books. 5x equals 25. And I know x is 5. So this in this case, you gotta find the x because x is not on both sides when in an equation. So let's say this equation can be translated like a number multiplied with 3. No, addition of a number, addition of two numbers, which is that number addition of two numbers, if you know the numbers, addition of 3 times a number and 2 times of a number gives 25. Now, what is that number? Right, means in the sense 3 times x, 15 plus 2 times x is 10, and you get now the equation is balanced. So in this case, the equation they given, but it's all about, is it really equal? Is okay, so just I gotta think from a proposition point of view. So I think discrete math should be taught very beginning because it can kind of make sense. Whenever you get a question, it's just a proposition. It's a proposition. Okay, now is it true or false? I don't know. Why you don't know? In this case, I know this is a true proposition because it's on left hand side and right hand side, it's equal. I don't give a shit. In this case, there are some unknown things, right? What is that number when you multiply with 3 and 2 and add them together gives rise to 25? What's that value? We don't know. Like, it's a proposition and we don't know if it's true or not unless you find the value of x. Then we find it, then we equate it. Well, there seems equal. Duh, then the proposition is true. This is the framework you should get it. This is the framework you should need. Just don't just read books as it is. Now you get important. In this case, I think I don't need big books. I need books which are small but have good problems and good small explanations and make me question and answer and learn it. You know what? College Algebra. It's a great book, but I'm in the middle of a chapter, so it doesn't make sense. It's my way of learning is the problem here. So you got a linear equation, right? Whenever you get it. So it's a proposition. They're saying it's lesser than 0 or equal to 0. How do you know? How do you know they're lesser than or equals to 0? Well, you gotta find x. Let's do it. Let's do it. There's a lot of ways to find x. I forgot those stuff, bro. X in an equation. I know. Substitution method, cross multiplications, and what's that division called? I forgot that division. But you need 2 equations to do that. Now we gotta relearn algebra, but from a very different. I got a good book here. Where is that? One little small good book. It's just one small book, bro. I think it's somewhere here. You guess so? Come on, it gotta be somewhere here. Mental math. Yeah. Algebra by Gefland, Myriad Mathematical Library. How is this good book? Is it a good book? I don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT. Simple equation and isolation, factoring, substitution method, graphing method. So you can like visualize an equation, relearn math. relearn. Learn, relearn. Okay, learn, unlearn, and relearn. So like, I think this learning from discrete math, they have a little small concept of algebra. I think that's really good. Links, links, bro. So I just wanted to read the Amazon review, but it usually gives me the review though. The links, by the way. No, it's cannot. Whatever. I gotta get my coffee now, and also I'm gonna start a timer. Oh, timer 2 hour. I am back. I'm a lunch, and so this is all the like some test for solving linear equations. To where and which place should I put this as a note? I want to clean up my notes a lot because I'm like, what's linear algebra? Linear algebra is an algebraic equation that describes a straight line on a coordinate plane. I mean, linear algebra is about linear equation, linear equation also. But I think it's just linear algebra is more than that. ChatGPT is really good for making notes. Yep. Now let's look at the PDF. Transform into a beautiful equation. Where is this line, bro? This line. Ax squared plus bx plus c. Bam. But there's still something. But you know it's fine. Holy crap. Ah, now I get it. No, it's fine. No, it will be fine. But my notes is kind of a little bit bigger. Methods of solving any equations. Not just other function. So we start with what's linear algebra, and linear algebra is a branch of math that deals with linear equations. That's it. So what's linear equation? We gone into that. And a linear equation is an algebraic equation that describes a straight line on a coordinate plane. And we know, if you don't know coordinate planes, x, y, axis, two-dimensional, right? Thing on a plane. How do you know how to explain a plane? It's just basically just think like a graph. Right, a linear equation is an algebraic equation that describes a straight line on a graph, let's say, on a coordinate plane or a graph, but that's just a graphical representation of algebra, right? So what's an algebraic equation? Well, an algebraic equation is a mathematical statement that involves variables. So algebraic equations involves variables, and that describes the relationship between those variables using arithmetics. That's it. And let's go with an example, right? What an algebraic equation looks like and the real world examples, and how we go. In this examples, like how can we, it's sort of mostly, rather than like solving x and y's, it's mostly beneficial algebraic equation to transform a little complex real world questions and transforming them into the mathematical language. And algebra is really good with, we can express it in such a way with variables and the arithmetic manipulations on those variables. I may be wrong. I want it to be wrong and learn from it. That's what I want, bro. Let's go. What the hell, bro? And this also now being boldified, strengthified. I don't like mostly words. It just confuses me. It just makes things complicated than it's already like than its complexity. So yeah, these are the use cases, right? Linear algebra plays involved roles in engineering, physics, maths, machine learning, economics, statistics, and specifically game programming, optimal image processings. A lot of stuffs, bro. Some include solving systems of linear equations and calculating determinants. Eigenvectors, eigenvalue. I've done these things in college, but don't know much about it, right? It's because it's taught in such a way. I gotta edit my oh sorry. Search engine. Google. Bro, I just oh, I think may have another one. I may have another. Yep, there you go. Refresh it, bro. Why it's not being refreshed, bro? Oh no, we have more than one. No, I just want the equation to transform into, transformations in now we have SageMath, but we don't know how to use them, right? Overview, probably. Graphics, for example, using plots. Research. Visualizing linear functions, the coordinate plane. When you relearn, you almost feel like you don't know nothing. Like the things you know is like you question yourself like, do I really know them? Draw the I mean, I know produces. Wolfram is costly, bro. Wolfram is. Let's do the problem we done there. That's a 3x plus 5x equals 11x, because it's not a problem, because it's equal, right? Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, messed up. Let's solve for x. Yeah. Okay, isolate the variables by dividing each side by factors that don't contain a variable. Fuck you. Mathway.com. What am I learn? Yeah. So that's a linear equation, right? So a non-linear equation. What's the difference between linear and polynomial? Polynomial or monomial? Monomial equation. Don't tell me there's no such stuff called. Okay, well, there's a mathematics that only contains one term, either a constant or a product of constant, and one more variables. Raised to non-negative. Oh, it's raised to non-negative integers. The general form of a monomial equation is ax power n equals b. Okay. Such as 6x square equals 10. I mean, no, but let's say, all right, 6x square so it only involves just one variable, or it can be multiple variables. It doesn't really matter. So for example, 6x squared equals 24, where x equals 2. That's a monomial equation. So there's multiple kind of linear equations, right? What's the prerequisite to learn linear equation? Okay, that's a good question. What's the prerequisite to learn linear equation? Arithmetics. Okay, basically arithmetics, you should be familiar with algebraic concepts such as variables, constants, and equations. And that's a definition of an equation. What's an equation? That two expressions are equal to each other. It contains two sides. Yeah, I know it. I mean, it's just too much words. I just want to make it very simple as possible. Make it simple for I don't know, a 5-year-old kid, but like an 8-year-old kid. An equation is like a balance scale. You have two things that you want to be equal. Now, explain this to a computer scientist. Let's see if the explanation involves anything. An equation is a statement that expresses a relationship between two variables using mathematics. Okay, it's still the same thing. So in mathematics, an equation is a statement that two expressions are equal to each other. Now you can go what is an expression? An expression, we express the ideas, right? So from apart from real world, maybe okay, actually it came from real world, but math is not came from real world. That's the thing. It's discovered, but it's not invented. It's just a pattern. It's in a language that we can express it. But yeah, what's an expression? An expression, it involves, see, it's really hard. Like, just start with the definition and recursively go through every terms that you don't understand, and define it and come back, and now you will have a firm understanding of the definition. But probably you're gonna forget it because it's just a definition. But in order to understand it better, now try to start doing problems in that topics more, from the complexity from like simple to the difficulty from simple to what you call maximum, simple to hard, and then you can understand that good at. But it takes time, and like, oh, I don't have time. We all say that, right? Of course, we don't have. That's also a kind of true. But just every day, half an hour. But you need patience for that, right? Every doing half an hour, 1 hour for that. But it requires patience. And a human being without patience is the path that human being chose without patience is leads to astray. Whatever. I'm dumb at English, so I can't just put good words in it. See each other. It contains two sides, right? The left-hand side and the right-hand side, separated by an equal sign. An equation can contain variables. An equation can contain variables. Constants and mathematical operations such as an exponents, exponentiation. But the thing is, yeah, nothing. We said what's linear algebra? Linear equations, blah 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 blah. It's an algebra, right? It's a linear equation. Well, we haven't actually explained algebra, but it's just what is an algebraic equation. Just to explain what algebra is. Algebra came into got these. Well, an algebra is, well, that's just also something we gotta say. Now define algebra. Algebra is an equation that involves algebra is a branch of math that deals with the study of mathematical symbols. These symbols, right? Variables represent numbers. Manipulation those variables have specific rules and regulations. That's good enough. Algebra, it's a formal definition kind of thing, but I mean, just get the point. When you use words like these, it's almost like very communicatable, like someone is telling you, rather than just reading. Algebra is a type of math that uses letters called variables to represent numbers and teaches how to work with these letters using certain rules and letters and symbols, we'd say. called variables to represent numbers. Manipulating these symbols. By using some rules. I like this. I like this one. This definition. What's an equation? No, what's linear? Continuously goes on a straight line. Let's shoot across the sky. Arithmetic, so. You understand better by solving it. Now, what's an expression? It's an expression. An expression is a collection of numbers and symbols. Subtract. Now, an expression is a collection of numbers, symbols, and operators, such as. Yeah, an expression involves numbers and arithmetic operators, right? That's an expression. Well, an expression is a statement, isn't it? An expression is a statement that involves numbers and arithmetic operators, such as da 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 da, and group that are. Okay, this is nice. An expression is a collection of numbers, symbols, and operators. I'm gonna write my own style as well, but let's. That in that two expressions are equal to each other. No. What is an expression? Well, I'm gonna write. I mean, it's like mostly precise and correct wordings used. And after reading it, we're gonna explain to our kid, well, it's kind of like a statement that involves like plus addition, subtraction, and some numbers. Like why can't we just use those words, right? They're grouped together to represent a mathematical statement. That's correct. It's a collection of numbers, symbols. It's perfect, but am I going to use it? No, maybe. Is a mathematic I mean, my definition is going to be different because I'm saying from the very beginning, well, an expression is a mathematical statement, and the kids need to know what's a mathematical statement then. Well, a statement is either true or false, isn't it? Probably. In this way, in mathematical expressions, a collection of numbers, symbols, and operators, and when you group together to represent a mathematical statement, well, you still have to say what's a mathematical statement at the end, right? Statement that involves numbers. Well, can we say it? Well, an expression from a pure arithmetic point of view, it doesn't involve any symbols because it doesn't have algebra. Numbers and operators. Arithmetic operator. Numbers and arithmetic operators. As plus, multiplication, and division, right? See, just an expression is a mathematical system that involves numbers and arithmetic operators. In the sense, now, well, you can say, well, when a symbol got into an expression, then it becomes an equation, isn't it? Let's say 2 times 5. We don't know what's the answer, but let's say 2 times 5. It's still an expression. An expression doesn't involve symbols, an equation involves symbols. And algebra involves those symbols, isn't it? Oh, that's hard. How can an expression involves symbols when algebra didn't even exist? Algebra, as we know today, did not exist in ancient times. Oh, yeah. No. My point is, what's the difference between an equation and expression? Okay. An equation have to be balanced, both sides equalize. Yeah, that's what its equation came into it, right? Numbers, symbols, and arithmetic operators, right? No. Two x 5 equals 10. That's an expression, right? Well, I gotta use the star symbol, otherwise we get, you know what I'm saying? 2x plus 5. That's a mathematical expression. No, well, expression can be, right, but the expression doesn't have to be that way. That's the point. Expression doesn't. But it doesn't involve. But it doesn't. Sorry. I like the word involves, but it doesn't involve an equal sign. Now the examples here. It's actually like, yeah, whatever. Well, shoot us across the sky. Examples. Same thing, but it doesn't have to have an equal sign. It's more of like we don't know what the heck, bro. Alright. La 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 la. Makes sense? Makes sense. I got another question. I forgot the question though. What was that question? We're just now tracing back to algebra and from algebra to mathematical basic expression. So it's self-contained. I want this notes to be self-contained. So I don't have to go outside to look for information. Now we're getting into what is an algebraic equation that involves blah 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 blah, bro, blah 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 blah. So. I got a good question, bro. I got a good question. Now I can't get the question back. What was that good question? Oh, It's a good question, by the way. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I saw my sudo password. It should have crossed the sky. Oh, time got fucked up. Got a really good question to ask. But equations. Well, yeah, what's monomial, like types of equations? Or categories of linear equations, quadratic equations, polynomial equations, and we get exponential equations, and we have logarithmic equations, trigonometric equations. Oh no, differential equations. These are just a few examples of the many types of equations that exist in mathematics. That's enough for me, bro. That's enough. Now, I want something related to an equation involves equality, an expression doesn't involve. An equation have expression, also equality, equal sign, to balance on both sides. So equation is all about checking whether both sides are equal or not. I wonder where does the word equation come from, but I actually opened a Wikipedia page about it. Now it's useful. Now I can relate to this and I can go and read. But before that, what the fuck before that? Balancing, well, I can just say, well, an equation is all about balancing stuffs on both sides of the balancing like an equation is all about checking an equation is all about balancing that involves, oh, an equation is just okay, an equation is all about checking whether two expressions are equal or not. So it was an equation is all about balancing expressions on Okay, an equation is all about balancing stuff on both sides of the equal sign. Yeah, it is balancing on both sides of the equation and both sides of the equal sign. In other words, I can actually change this. It's so big. I don't like big statements. It's like a very formal definition, but I am not writing a book. I am writing notes. And notes supposed to be smaller. Notes supposed to be smaller. Change it. Even you understood something, change it and make it smaller. That's to learn. To remember your notes. Equation is all about balancing let's write very informal, like the least informal way as possible. And it's all about balancing stuffs on both sides of the equal sign, right? Very informal. Now, and an equation is a mathematical statement. Damn it. That check whether two expressions on both sides of the equal sign is equal or not. Like, little formal. Very formal, I try to avoid them. Very formal expressions. Now look at this. It's, well, GQ. 100 under ഇപ്പോൾ വരും തോന്നുന്നു. Well, there's one way to do it, I guess. ഇപ്പം 2 തരുമ്പോൾ ഒരു workaവോ? You know what? Simple as possible, bro. Okay, now let's ask ChatGPT some. Let's ask it to check our understanding, right? You to check my understanding about equation. Let's see. Sure. ChatGPT says sure. Let's see ChatGPT. Very informal, but it conveys the basic idea in an equation. You need to make sure that whatever is on one side of the equation, well, in the equation, yeah. More formal, but it captures the essence of what an equation really is. Yeah, that's another word. An equation is a way of expressing the idea that two things are the same. Wow, that's I like it. A symbol. So whatever you do on one side, you have to do it on both sides. You gotta treat them equal, and it should be equal. When you apply them, it gotta be equal. two things are the same. The equal sign serves as symbol that shows that two sides of the equation are equal. I think it's nice. This from ChatGPT. But ChatGPT got this from my prompt. Let's see. So, did I understood like a mathematician? Okay. So, can I be allowed to teach equation? It's gonna say, well, that's more involved in it. Like, yeah, okay. Bro, I just said, okay, whatever. Like, I mean, can I be a teacher based on my definitions? There's more to it. I know, there's more to it. So, define statement. I think it's a statement is like a proposition that is something either true or false. Yeah, okay, it is. So a proposition is a statement that a proposition is a statement that's either true or false. Declarative and imperative. What's a declarative statement and what's the opposite? Just got the word in programming, declarative. In functional programming, it's called declarative. Okay, declarative programming versus imperative. What's the difference, brother? What's the difference? Tell me. Declarative statement is a statement that makes a declaration statement of. It's a sentence that gives a command. Makes sense. Imperative programming, just give individuals instructions like what to do precisely. Declarative, you just say what you want to achieve. The declarative statement is a sentence that makes a declaration or a statement of fact. Just declare something. You don't. So the sun rises in the east. The statement direction, it used to tell someone what to do or how to do something. Yeah, so I'm telling someone what to do and telling clearly how to do. And in declarative, you just say what to do. Close the door, please. The type of code that describes what should be done and leaves it up to the computer to figure out how to do it. That is commonly used in functional programming languages where programs are structured as a series of functions that takes input and produce output. Nice. type of code that gives you step-by-step instruction on how to task. Yeah. Well, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Now, a statement. Well, I can't say a statement is a statement that is either true or false, bro. No, a statement is a declarative sentence. So a statement is a declarative sentence that's either true or false. I'm going to a rabbit hole, bro. This is always what happened. To sentence. And I'm learning from my mistakes. So a statement is a sentence. That's more precise, you would say. A statement is a declarative sentence. What is a declarative sentence? Oh shit, here we go again. No. Sentence, statement is a declarative sentence. It's simply clear what to do. Statements are often used to make argument assertions. A proposition is a statement that is either true or false. So what's the difference now? So what's the difference between a statement and a proposition? What's the difference? I think when you ask definitions, it doesn't really answer it. When you really understood by asking what is it not, and the difference between something that you already know, or the difference between something that quite similar to. So then you like really understand the difference between it and really understand what it is. And proposition. Statements and proposition. A statement is assertion. A sentence that conveys information or expresses an idea. It can be true or false. Example, it's raining outside. It's raining outside. That's a statement that can be true or false. Now, what's a proposition? There's a proposition statement that has true. It is a content or meaning of a statement that makes it a proposition. Meaning of a statement. Let's see. A proposition is often used in logic and mathematics to take to. Don't say that. I mean, I'm coming from the definition. So give me an example. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 is a proposition that is always true in arithmetic. But it's also a statement. The fuck. No, I don't like this. It says the meaning, that's what makes it a proposition. It is a content. No, not happy with that. In summary, yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, wait, you're just gonna say, I just read the first 2 words, and I'm gonna say every proposition is a statement, but not every statement is a proposition. Is that what you're gonna say? Exactly. But every proposition is a statement, but not every statement is necessarily a proposition, since some statement may not have a definite truth value. Bro, I'm into the abyss now. Where is it? What is an expression? Now you got it, right? It's not the note taking or book writing is not very linear. You gotta do something here and you recorrect them about like, bro, it's a big mess. It's a big mess. Well, a statement is a declarative sentence, right? I'm not gonna say like more than that. Like it's have an idea to express, right, bro? Of course, it has to have some meanings, right? Then why do you even have a sentence in the first place, right? So a sentence is a declarative. A statement is a declarative sentence that is either true or false. Now, a proposition is also a statement that's either true or false. Now, how are you going to reconcile it, right? It's kind of like statement is being a variable, and you just use that variable in the definition of a proposition. Because a proposition is, it says a proposition is also a declarative sentence that is either true or false. See, and yeah, see, a proposition is a declarative sentence that express a fact. I don't want to say a fact. Yeah, a proposition is a declarative sentence that expresses a fact or an idea that is either true or false. Simplest definition is a proposition is a statement that is either true or false. Any statement that is either true or false, right? But there are statements that is not true or not false. So you're saying proposition will always have a true or false answer, but a statement can have truth or false or none of them. So now, like, give me a statement that is not true or false. What time is it? How do you feel today? So it's like questions. So wait, thing. So now, bro, I'm going into a rabbit hole now. Like, dude, it's a big. I'm in a big mess now. I'm in a big mess, right? Is a declarative sentence that now I want to actually go to define a statement. A definite expression on something special. No. Go to Merriam-Webster. Declaration, assertion. You assert something. So assertion is also something either true or false. In the above defined statement, a statement is a declarative sentence that expresses idea or opinion or fact. What is true or false is called truth values, right? So a proposition can be a question. Can a proposition be a question? No, based on the definition of a proposition, that should always, the statement should always looks like the answer, the outcome of the statement should have the truth value. Get it? Don't forget it. Okay? I'm understanding pretty well, but no use. Like, can I get money for it? No, then why the heck am I doing it, right? That's a big question. That's a big thing you can ask. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. Should I actually be major in math? I don't know. A statement is a declarative sentence that expresses an idea, opinion, or a fact. Or you can say a statement is a declarative sentence that expresses a fact or an idea or an opinion. A statement is a sentence that is either true or false or none. I think that, yeah. Let's ask again. Define statement. Let's see. Conveys information. Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, should I have a light theme? I don't know. Maybe. No. Can we have a statement is a declarative sentence that can have that can have truth values like true or false, not at all. Examples examples are gonna. I need some fresh air. What's declarative statement and imperative statement? That's what I asked. What's a declarative? But it's, bro, it's gonna rabbit hole.
പിന്നെ ഇതല്ല ഉമ്മ വാങ്ങിയിട്ട് റൂമിലത്തെ ജനൽ തുറന്നിട്ട
So questions. Is okay. Define QES question. It's trying to hold its position in argumentative sense, because if it defines something, it try to argue based on the definition. So I sometimes have to clear it and ask again. It's a question is an expression. Well, it's different, right? It's not like a mathematical thing. In the mathematical sense, proposition and statement is both similar, I guess. In language, maybe it's different. Is a statement a question? Oh, sorry. Is a question is a statement. The question is, is that a statement? Remember, it's a declarative sentence. So give me a sentence that is not either true or false. So I have to argue here. What time is it? It's interesting as well, but the time is actually gonna end. So either true or false. Now, an example of a sentence that is not either true or false is a question. Fuck me. I said statement. Wait, the heck? Because all statement by definitions. Oh, so in that discrete math book, they are correct. The statement, so like a proposition, it's also. So wait. I gotta delete it. Just made it very small. Bro, it's just literally the same. Bro, it's just literally the same. No, a proposition. What's the difference, bro? I think I should make it here, like a. I really don't know. I don't want to deep dive into it. It's taking a tons of time. Is it gonna make me rich? No. Why are you learning it then? It should across the sky. La, la, la. It's a different, right? It's a question or an interrogative sentence. And statement interrogative sentence, and statements are declarative sentence. Now, what the heck is a declarative sentence? Let's show across the screen. A question is a sentence but ChatGPT says also it is an interrogative sentence. So a question is an interrogative sentence that requires an inquiry or that asks for a reply. Okay. A question is an interrogative sentence that requires an answer. That is used. A question is an interrogative sentence that asks for an answer. A question is an interrogative sentence. A question is a sentence. A question is a sentence of inquiry that asks for an answer. Answer or information. But still, the information is the answer. Don't you think so? No. And yeah, unnecessary elaboration. Let's go with from complexity to simplicity. Or simplicity to complexity. I don't even have to like put question here, but just to know that questions are not a sentence. So by definition, questions are not state Questions are not statements. Now, what's a proposition, right? A proposition is a statement that is either true or false. Now, what's the difference, right? Now, what's the difference? I thought these kind of questions can be answered by ChatGPT very well. I don't know. Let's Google it. In the context of mathematics, right? No, that's the exact thing I want to search even on Google. No. As propositions do need to meet the trickle. The thing is, this is what I first came into. Like, statements do not have to be true or false, whereas propositions can. All statements are not meaningful and by definition cannot be false. For example, hey bro, is that a statement? Well, a statement is a sentence that a statement is a declarative sentence. A declarative sentence is something that expresses declarations. So that's not a declaration. Maybe a statement is either true or false, but a proposition is either true or false, but a statement can be both. Give me a statement that is no. That is both true and false. Well, for example, questions like, does God exist? You know, people say give both answers, right? Wait, it is the belief that there can be true statement whose negation is also true. Bro, like I told you, I'm getting into a deep rabbit hole now. Oh my god, dialecticism. Now I start from math to go into logic, now I'm in philosophy. As it's always been. What are some things if you should put true and false? Equivalent. Oh gosh. Varsity. A statement doesn't have to be true or false, whereas propositions do meet the requirement, right? So let's instead of even, yeah, that's one thing I really realized it. When you give the difference in the definition of itself, it seems like a big definition. It's just a writing style. So a statement is a declarative sentence that's either true or false. Same thing with the proposition. A statement that is either true or false. Well, what's a statement, right? That's a declarative sentence. That's either true or false. Now, in the sense like sentence as a variable, a statement as a variable, whose answer is declarative sentence. Doesn't really matter. But a sentence doesn't have to be true or false. As propositions should always meet that requirement, right? Should always. Now, thing is, what kind of sentence? Now, wait, I know how to write this. Notes. Oh, I'm out of time. But that's a really interesting stream. This memory is out of space. I don't know. An example statement can be sentence can be a question. It's actually not a statement, it's a question, and we give the question definition, right? So by definition. Now again, like, then what the hell is the difference? My own story. So I was thinking, algebra, bro, I went to somewhere. Now what's the difference between a statement and a proposition? Can we italicize them? I don't know. Just looks good. Italicize the examples. The sun rises in the east. The interrogator and that asks for information about the current time. Now, what the heck is it then? Let's what the hell? I can't do anything. 10 minutes, not 10 months, 10 minutes. I gotta finish it. I'm losing all my energies. I'm not even interested in reading equation page because it's boring. It's also nice. Equation is a formula that expresses the equality of two expressions. The word equation and its cognates in other languages may have is defined as containing one or more variables. So equation is a well-formed formula consisting two expressions related with an equal signs in an equation, determining which values of the variables make the entire equality true, for which the equation has to be solved, are also called unknowns, and the values of the unknowns that satisfy the equality are called solutions. Solutions of the equations. But there are the two kinds of equations: identities and conditional equations. What's my definition when it comes to my not? An equation is okay. An equation is a mathematical statement that checks whether two expressions that checks the equality it doesn't actually check. It's not an if statement. If statements actually check. If we're not checking them. So it's not if statements. Equality is not if statements. I'm learning from mistakes. Reading Wikipedia, I'm changing my again. It doesn't check. It's not an if statement to check. Programming helps to understand math a lot better. Statement that check. That express equality of two expressions by I like it by connecting them with the equal sign. Is an equation a statement? Yes, an equation is a statement. Because let's say 2x plus 3x equal to 5x, well, that's a statement because that's either true or false. But that's also an equation because it expresses an equation is a formula. Let's say, I don't know, let's say it's a mathematical statement that express it's a mathematical statement that express equality of two expressions. So it just express equality of two expressions by connecting them with the equal sign. Nice. Now what's the difference? Now can there be wait, necessary cookies only. I asked something, but true or false, true and false. It's impossible to give a statement that is both true and false. Do you know even what you're asking? True and false at the same time. In truth table, can you have a proposition that is both true and false at the same time? True and false. Doesn't make sense, right? So they say statement in Google, statements do not have to be true or false, whereas propositions do not. No. We need a teacher, right? That's why maths doesn't have to be. You don't have to have an answer from people. You need proof. You need proof. But this is not like a statement is correct. A proposition is a meaningful declarative statement that can either be true, and it must have a truth value. And a statement could be any sentence. It conveys thought or idea, but it may not necessarily be a proposition that has a definitive truth value. For example, questions, commands, exclamations are statements. Propositions like Earth revolves around the sun. Now see when ChatGPT contradicts itself. But based on the definition, it said somewhere say, what time is it? Is that a statement? It says no. What time is it? It's not a statement, it's a question. Bro. you just said what time is is now is a question and not a statement, then why are you contradicting yourself by saying statement? It's impossible to give a statement that is both true and false at the same time under the principles of non-contradiction, which says that proposition cannot be both true and false simultaneously. Therefore, I cannot provide such a statement. See, but it means in the proposition, for example, statements, questions, and commands. Exclamations are statements. By saying, so the other revolves around this one. It's a proposition. 2 plus 2 equals 4 can be. Oh. Now it's going to say, I apologize. You're correct that the question is not a statement, and vice versa. I should have been more clear in my explanation. You should have been. Statements are typically sentences and convey some information to make a claim. They can be true or false. Questions, commands. Why, what time is it now is a question, not a statement, because it doesn't make a claim that can be valid, true or false. What the fuck? Then give me an example for proposition and statement which have also explained the difference. I can't type anymore. Certainly a proposition. The Earth orbits around the Sun. Now, this statement makes a claim. So this statement makes a claim, and we can evaluate it and make sure if it's true or false, right? Now, on the other hand, not all statements are propositions. For example, the question. It just said statements are proposition. I'm wasting time on me in non-meaningful things. But I'm just. On the other hand, not all statements, for example, here's an example of propositional statements. Please pass me the salt. Now you're saying something. The thing is, questions cannot be a statement. So yeah, that's why we're calling them questions, right? Please pass me the salt. That's a statement. It has a declarative sentence, a declarative. So when the king make a declaration, like, give me this much amount of tax every month, that's a statement, that's declarative. It's quite similar. It's command. It's a command. That doesn't expresses a complete thought. Statements can and do not have to be true. You can't say can't be, that's like saying something very. Different statement doesn't have to always have to be true or false. But then expression കൊടുത്തിട്ട് പോയാൽ മതിയായിരുന്നു. ബട്ട് ഒറ്റടിക്ക് പോണ പോലെയാവും. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ കൊടുത്തിട്ട് എപ്പോഴും ട്രൂ ആവണമെന്നില്ല, ഫോൾസ് ആവണമെന്നില്ല, ഇതെപ്പോഴും ആവണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് കൊടുത്താൽ പോവാം. ബട്ട് അതൊരു ഇൻക്രിമെൻ്റൽ വേ അല്ല എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പിന്നെ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഒരു സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെൻ്റ് അല്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്. സോ വി ലേൺ എ ലോട്ട് and find the difference really well. But still ChatGPT makes mistakes ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. But also giving you an example. Yeah. See, please pause and solve. This is a command that doesn't necessarily, the uttara no statement doesn't always necessarily have to be true or false. Or false, it doesn't necessarily have to be true or false. It always should be true or false. Wait. A proposition, idea, act is a criticism that expresses an idea, act, opinion, or fact. You can say the same thing with the proposition. The difference is necessarily don't have to be always. They don't always have to be. Precisely result. Oh no, position statement can be evaluated, right? So sentence which cannot be evaluated. So statements which cannot be evaluated to as true or false. Damn, bro. It's not statements, a sentence, right? Oh man. The sentence. Now we're copying this, right? Here's the example of a proposition. So it's not about, like, yeah, context matters, context, but mostly the statement. So in other words, every propositions are statement, not all. So every propositions are statements, and not all statements are propositions. At the end. God, I don't have to be. No. I'm making a mistake. Not every statement makes a claim. No, some statement doesn't have to be claimed, right? Please give me the paper. That's a statement that doesn't have making a claim. I'm repeating myself, but okay. Bro, it said I will make it simple, but I'm making it very complicated now. So statements which are making claims So by definition, sentence or statements which makes claim, surely we can evaluate them, or those statements have a true or false statements, right? I mean answer, right? Oh gosh. Will this be useful to anyone? I don't think so.